Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a demo of Cloud Capture. I figured it'd be best to have a demo out there on how to use the app. I mean, it's not too um, confusing or anything like that. I tried to make it as straightforward as possible, especially for the client side of the house, so that it's just a hop in, make a request, chat with the pilot, and you're good to go. So by the time you're seeing this, the Android version should be out if Google decides to speed things up a little bit. They're being incredibly difficult with this, picking out problems that aren't even real. Not sure why, but hopefully by the time you're seeing this, I'll put it in the description. And if it's not out by the time I post this, I'll edit the description as soon as it gets out. Anyways, Cloud Capture is a mobile app that allows anybody to go in and request a local drone pilot to a location at a specific time to take either photos or videos for whatever the requester needs these for. So, for example, a real estate agent is creating a new listing on like apartments.com or Zillow or something. They can get a local pilot who will come in, take decent pictures and videos for them, upload them through the app. The client pays the pilot, which right now there's no payment system in the app. But there will be in the future. That's just a difficult process and a lot of legal stuff I have to worry about there, but that'll come in the future. But regardless, I think people can manage paying each other. And there's going to be an update coming out soon where there'll be like a review process, profiles, so you can see, how good's the pilot, how good's the client, have they ever, caused issues on the payment side of things, stuff like that. But right now it's not in, but it's good to go for now. So the left side here is the pilot, right side here is the client. So what's going to happen is the pilot will get a notification when there's a new request that's made. So the pilot could be, the app could be closed. The client goes in. It's going to put me in California here because that's where these are simulators, and that's where their location's set to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one in the middle of the ocean to show the global feature, because that's new. Actually, no. You know what? I won't. We will go back and we'll just put it right there. That works. But what you really can do is you can type up here. And actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Jimmy Stewart Museum, which is near the town that I grew up in. So we'll do that instead. So the client goes in and they want photos and videos of the Jimmy Stewart Museum for whatever reason. So specific details about accessing this location. So this would be like, access codes, parking things, stuff related to that. So we'll just say park on the street, access code, building is 11111, whatever. What's this request for? So you can type whatever you want in here as the client, but we will say real estate property listing, who owns this property. We'll say my company, and I confirm I'm authorized to film in this area. This page can't be passed if you don't say you have authorization. So we'll go next. Any details about the event, so just like stuff that the pilot might need to know about the event. We'll just say real estate property listing. So drone model, it's defaulted to any, but if somebody's more, technologically inclined, they'll be able to select through any of these, but we'll just keep it at any. Number of photos, we'll say 5, videos 2. And then this is where you explain, what you want taken, what you want done. So we'll say take 5 photos of the outside of the building, 1 from up above. And did I say 2 videos or 1 video? I said 2 videos. And 2 videos, 1 of the outside and 1 of the inside. And it doesn't have to be that in detail because you'll be able to chat with the pilot. So we'll say next here, and you can schedule a date and time. So I'm going to make this a little bit more intuitive, like later then, rather than a schedule where you can kind of pick between the two. But we'll just say, Friday the 14th, and we will say, 12 o'clock, and we'll say next. And here you can select, so you used to have to select one of these in order to submit it, but that's not a requirement anymore. I changed that because there's an in-app chat feature now. So you can say, I authorize the pilot to contact me via email and the phone tied to my account. If you don't select these, the pilot won't even be able to see your contact information. So if you do select these, the pilot will be able to see it after he accepts the request. So you can see a price recommendation here. This is a recommendation. If you guys can hash this out as the pilot and the client. So we'll just submit the request. Request is submitted, and now it says awaiting pilot. And you'll notice nothing popped up over here. That is because this is within a 75-mile radius of San Francisco, California. If this pilot was within 75 miles of this Jimmy Stewart Museum in Pennsylvania, it would have popped up. But this is what I wanted to show you is if you click this switch here, you get a global view, and you can open a map, and the global view will show you all requests across the world. And you can even accept the requests through the map if you wanted. So we'll click on the request and we'll click accept. You'll see over here on the client side of the house, it said accepted. They'll get a notification that it's been accepted. You can get directions to the location through the app itself. Say directions to, we'll say from my location. And you've seen Google Maps before, but so through here you can upload content. You could see what needs to be done. You could chat with the client. So we'll open up the client's chat as well. And you will say, hey there. So on a real device, a notification would pop up both when the app's closed and when the app's open, just like any other app, but the simulators don't allow for notifications like that. So you're not seeing any, but there is notifications as long as you enable them when you download the app. Say, hey, thanks, whatever. Nice little chat feature. That's why I was able to disable the contact information thing. So we will say, the pilot wants to upload some content. We will upload those two. Uploading. This uploading screen's new as well, more intuitive. The other one was just kind of boring. So then the pilot can delete things as needed. And then when the pilot wants to complete the request is completed. It moves from the client side, it moves over to the history tab. Where the client can open it, still chat with the pilot, which is also new. I had it for some reason. I had it so that you could only chat when the request is active, but that's no longer the case. You can still chat. So the pilot goes to his history, opens the chat, says, how are they? Great. All right, so there's that. So then the client can now download the content, and it'll save the content to the library. And that's about it for the app. It's really straightforward, really simple. I think the best part of it is notifications, so that a pilot could have a full-time job and have his phone in his back pocket and get a notification that, hey, there's a request in your area. You want to make a couple extra bucks, something like that. So it helps a couple different communities in that aspect of things. You also have a little profile page. I am going to add a switch between the metric and imperial system. Right now you see it's miles. But there will be a switch. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. I know some people requested that because there's a lot of users in the UK and in other countries very far away, which blew my mind, but that's awesome. I'm glad people are liking this. I got a lot of support from the drone community, from the DJI thread on Reddit, which I really appreciated. They all seemed very happy about it. They gave me a lot of insight, a lot of requests, which a lot of these features are requests from them, if not most of them. Like the global view, they had requested that. They requested that the radius be increased. They also requested that when you switch pages, the radius remains, which I didn't realize it wasn't doing that to begin with, but I fixed that. They requested the imperial and metric system switch, which I haven't gotten around to yet, but I will. I coded the back end on miles, and there's a lot I have to change. Actually a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. I started to do it the other day and I was like, yeah, I don't have time for this. So, but yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, I will link the iOS and the Android downloads in the description. Also planning on making a web version, and even like a desktop version if people want that. I'm not sure why you would if there's a web version out there, but I will if it's needed, if people want it. So yeah, thanks for watching.